The two-day National Law Conference of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, titled Navigating Through Crisis, the Law's Role, has been divided into several plenary sessions, each of which will focus on a specific aspect of the law's role in navigating through the crisis. Plenary sessions for Day 1 included the crisis, legal framework and its role in economic recovery, investment in times of crisis, and addressing violence and social exclusion in times of crisis.
The independence of the judiciary is part of the intangible heritage of the people of Sri Lanka, and all organs of the state must recognize that an independent judiciary is essential to ensure that justice be done between citizen and the state and between citizen and citizen. It is for this reason that India's second largest circulating English newspaper, The Hindu, described the BASL as a voice of reason during the Sri Lankan crisis, observing that the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, a professional body of lawyers, emerged as the chief advocate of citizens' freedoms of expression, association and assembly, intervening swiftly and firmly when it mattered the most.
Chief Justice Jayanta Jayasuriya graced the occasion as the chief guest.
We have adapted to many changes during the pandemic and the economic crisis. Such changes will pave the way for us to clear all obstacles and return to normalcy. Independence, impartiality, and earning public confidence are pivotal factors that would preserve and protect the judiciary in any system of administration of justice.
U.S. Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Julie Chung, was the guest of honor.
Democracies are under strain across the globe, and no democracy stands without the rule of law. All of you are the guardians of that precious rule. Since the beginning, the relationship between our two countries has been based on shared democratic principles, including the importance of an independent judiciary. The United States' support for the rights of everyday Sri Lankans to voice their concerns peacefully and participate in their government is unwavering. The country's proud history of free elections underpins those rights, giving citizens the ability to advocate directly to the government in partnership with civil society organizations and through qualified legal representation in an independent judiciary. That's why local government elections we've been discussing are so critical.
CBSL Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe also spoke at the event.
There's interest rates also now coming down gradually, with the inflation coming down. So there's a clear path going forward. But this is obviously not the end of the story. What people think once IMF comes in, so that's all will be better, they'll be back to normal. No. This, I would say, the beginning of a new journey. With the IMF program starting, that we, the government and Central has committed not only the stabilization of economy in the short term, but also increase the capacity to grow, medium to long term, the capacity to grow and implement subtle reforms. We should be able to transformational of the economic model into a different model to what we have been following in the past, which I mentioned earlier. The living beyond means can no longer be affordable. There's significant protests, as I understand, they affected the professionals, fixed income earners, like, for example, doctors, even bankers, central bankers, commercial bankers, the engineers of the public sector, the accountants, all these things are now protesting. Why? Because they are protesting, they are liable to pay tax, which is their only income. And they have to pay more taxes without any increase in pay, because government is right now is not in a position to increase their pay. So there is no way they can evade taxes. That's the only way they protest and asking for either lower taxes or pay high income or increased salaries. But there are no protests from lawyers, private sector bar. Why is that? Because do you know how to evade taxes? You know very well. That's why you don't protest. Taxpayers paid lawyers are now protesting. Non-taxpayers paying lawyers, so law-abiding lawyers or non-law-abiding lawyers, I don't know, are not protesting. This is why it's fair that everyone pays their share of taxes.
Plenary sessions for Day 2 will focus on taxation in the context of recent reforms and new developments in civil law and the notarial practice.